Guys, I want to make a quick tips and tricks video here for Contractors VR. This game just recently came out. Amazing game. We're having a blast playing it. There's a couple of things we kind of learned and things that make the gameplay a little better, some tips and stuff. So basically, I was in the VR 365 live stream today. They do a live stream every day, Anthony. It's a great live stream. Check it out every day. What they were talking about was this game a little bit today, and they were talking about how Anthony didn't like how he had stick to run. So basically, he would click stick and run, stop running. He didn't like that. And I was talking in the live feed some there. I was telling people how I found this setting where you don't have to click the stick to run anymore, which is pretty awesome. Basically, you go into your menu, you hit setting, you go to controls, and then what you want to look for is auto sprint. And what you want to do is you want to enable that auto sprint. And basically, when you push the stick, when you push it all the way forward, you're in sprint. You don't have to click it, do anything else. One thing I was concerned about is I don't want to always sprint. You know what I mean? Like I want to move quietly sometimes. If people are around, I don't want them to hear me. I want to move slow. Well, basically, with this on, all you have to do is you just barely push the stick. So if you just barely push the stick, you can walk real slow. Push a little farther, you walk a little faster, go all the way, and you're in a full sprint. That's how I feel the control should be. It's a much more intuitive way than having to click the stick to run. So that setting's something we really like. Another thing we found was when you get into a game with a bunch of people, you can't hear anybody. You're trying to talk to your team. You do have a walkie over here, and what you want to do is click to talk. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to always have to click to talk to your teammates. It takes your hands off your guns, and basically the only time you could hear them is if they're real close. If you're real close, you could hear them. So basically what we did was we found in the settings, you go under control again, and then, actually no, you go under presentation. So you go under presentation, you go to voice at the bottom and walkie talkie. You want to put that always on. Instead of push to talk, you want to have it always on. So basically your walkie is on all the time. No matter where you're at, how far from your teammates you are, they can hear you no matter what. So a lot of times you'll have to tell the people you're playing with to set it to that too, so you can hear them, wherever they're at. So it's a nice feature to run if you want to be able to communicate with your team. Another thing is if you're using a gun stock, which I highly recommend it helps a ton with stability, aim. I mean, it's awesome once you figure out how to use it and get comfortable with it. But if you're using a gun stock, you want to go to using a gun stock and you want to have that enabled. So to calibrate your gun stock, problem is when I first started playing with this and I had my gun stock, in this game, you can grip either on the magwell or you can grip on your foregrip, which all guns are different. My problem was, I put my controller in the cup there, and when I grab, it would grab on the magwell. When you grab the magwell, it's not as accurate. Your angle and everything's a lot different. So what I was doing is I would reach out, grab the foregrip, and then put it back in the cup. Well, that's a pain in the butt. So with this game, which all games should have this, you can calibrate the gun stock, and you can do this for any gun. You can set them all up different. So what you want to do is make sure your using gun stock is enabled. To go to calibrate gun stock. So pick the gun you want to calibrate. Go ahead and select it. And the problem is that my cups, this controller doesn't line up with that front foregrip. So what you want to do, instead of this back pistol grip being lined up like this, what you want to do is you want to move it until you're lined up with your front foregrip. And then you want to look down your sights, get the gun the right angle to where you can see down good. The right angle for you, you just move the sticks like it says on the thing there. So basically you get it right on your pistol grip like that. That's where you want it. Don't worry about this back controller here, and if it's not on the back pistol grip, don't worry about it. So what you want to do is squeeze both triggers to finish it. Now when you grab your gun, stick your cup in, or your control in your cup, squeeze, you're right on your foregrip right there every time. So you don't ever have to worry about grabbing the magwell and being, not as consistent. So, and even with the so even if you're running a magnifier, which I usually do on this, I usually run the hybrid sight, so it has the flip to side. Even with that, even though your back hand isn't on the pistol grip, like when you're setting it up, I mean, it's still it's right at the right spot for your face. So it's not too close, not too far away. It's right at the right spot. And then another thing that some people were having some issues with was reloads. I heard people talk about, they couldn't figure out how to reload the gun. They couldn't figure out how to drop the magazine out. Well, with this, all the guns are going to be a little bit different. So this is the M16 here. So with this gun on the Rift, you got to hit the B button to drop the magazine out. So you don't have to use your other hand. You just drop the magazine, grab another one, pop it in. Drop the magazine, grab another one, pop it in. Now with this gun, you can't physically grab the magazine out. I mean, you can release it and grab it with your hand if you want to do it that way, but you can't just grab a hold of the magazine and pull it out without hitting that mag release button. So you got to hit the mag release button. Now every gun's going to be different. So if you go to say the UMP 45 here. Another thing with this gun too is it's not going to be on your body, on the front of your body. It's not going to be on your side. It's not going to be on your chest. This gun is actually going to spawn on your back. So you have to reach to your back, grab the grab button, the grip button, and that's where your gun is. So every gun's going to be a little bit different. So if you spawn, you're like, oh man, I don't have my gun. Make sure you check your back. A lot of the guns end up being on your back, so you got to check there. So with this gun, you can't hit the mag release button. So you hit the mag release button, it doesn't do anything. This gun, you actually have to physically grab the magazine and pull it out. So that's how this one gets reloaded. Stick it in there. Whoops. Stick it in there, grab it, pull it out. So all guns are going to be a little bit different. You just got to learn them. I mean, it's just part of playing. You got to learn how to reload all these guns. Just play around with them. You get it down. So one of the things people are wondering about too is the slide. Like they see people come up to a corner and they slide. So this is real easy. It's a really cool feature in this game. So basically all you got to do is you just run, like say you want to get to that corner and you want to slide around it. So all you do is you run full speed, you get to it and you crouch. And that's going to put you in an automatic slide. So all you got to do is run and crouch and you slide. That's all you got to do. Pretty awesome feature. I love it. I mean, I didn't know how I would feel about it when they first talked about it, but I love it. I think it's awesome. So another thing is with these guns in the game, this is a little different because in here you got unlimited ammo. But in the game, if you run out of ammo, you can find these ammo cases in the game and you can grab more ammo. So if you need primary ammo, you just stick your hand in there, use your first finger, pull the ammo out. You can stick it on your vest or whatever. If you have empty slots, you can stick it in your gun. You got sidearm ammo. That stuff's always somewhere in the map. So I think that's pretty much it. So that's all we got for right now. Like I said, hopefully it helps some of you guys out. I know for us it took us a little bit to figure a couple of these things out, but like especially with the auto run, I mean that's makes a huge difference, as well as the gun stock, setting up your gun stock. That really helps out in game. So all right, thanks a lot guys. Peace.